operating costs in Singapore are actually high. So anything that's need to be import to Singapore, when it pass to a supplier, so they will have to have at least 25 to 30% of markup in order to make money. So I think that's important to us. So we work with others and some importer in Singapore, because the logistic cost is actually high in Singapore. We have our own logistic team, so we are able to buy direct from the importer.
I believe you've invested in a state-of-the-art, centralized kitchen,
Yes.
and you have developed a very good logistical plan
Yes.
for handling your entire operations, from food right up to the dishes that need to be cleaned. Can you share with us a little bit about your operations?
Recently, we have built out our factory, so we centralize everything. We cook about a ton of sushi rice every day. Thanks to the technology, and we get a better rice and then the lower food cost, as well as some of the sauce machine we brought in. Like we used to cook the rendang with the traditional cooking way, and the high-tech machines that we are able to reduce 35% of oil. So that gives a more healthy dish to the customer as well.
Kelvin, you have considerable experience and inside knowledge in the F&B business. And I think you've started being involved in cooking since you were very young. Can you please tell us or share with us how, what sort of insights that you have gathered over the years in terms of how to run such a complex business, your knowledge about the food, the F&B industry, and what are you doing to benchmark with best practice companies, from Japan and all over the world?
I was born in Malaysia. I came to Singapore when I was 16. So the reason I joined in the F&B industry, because I love cooking. So through my experience, that when I work in the kitchen, then I start realize that a lot of improvement can be done in the kitchen. For example, the workflow. So from there, then we were able to work out a more efficiency kitchen, and I think that's really helped us. Yes.
There's also a trend among Japanese restaurants in Singapore to simplify the menu, to have fewer items so that they can improve operational efficiency and labor productivity as well. At the Suki Group of restaurants, you tend to offer a large variety, of tasty quality food. So can you tell us how is the Suki Group of companies able to manage that?
The reason we can retain such a wide menu, I think one of the reasons is we have our own import arm. So about 50% of the products that we are using, we import directly. Mainly, they are all processing products. We have our R&D team, they research and then they get the factory to produce for us, and we just need to do the cooking.
Now, you think, from a customer's point of view, Singaporeans like a lot of variety.
Yes.
You think it's a good idea to reduce the variety for your Singaporean
I think
customers?
Singapore is quite different as compared to other countries, because we have multinational and we are a small country. So it has been a culture in Singapore that we like variety foods. If you reduce your menu, it means you are actually reducing your customer as well. So to keep this advantage, I think it's fairly important to us.
Part of the dining experience is service quality.
Yes.
So how are your chain of restaurants, outlets, how are they different in terms of the services they provide to the customers? What are you doing to ensure high level of service quality?
Okay, for this, we get some help from some of the consultant company. Like recently, we get some this program rolled out by Spring called customer-centric, CCI, customer-centric initiative. So we get them to come in to train our so-called the restaurant manager, the key person in the restaurant itself. We also trying to create the environment so let our restaurant manager feel like they are actually running their own business at the restaurant itself. So from there, then we are able to let the customer feel there's a difference.
So as I see it, I think the way you differentiate Suki Group of companies is not only is that great value for money,
Yes.
there's good variety, but you're also creating a very strong service culture as well.
Yes.
By creating more ownership among your staff, right? They have to take ownership
Yes, yes.
and take responsibility
Yes.
for the customer experience.